Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Steve Harvey finally broke his silence on Diddy and didn't hold back, slamming the music mogul for hurting his stepdaughter Lori Harvey during their past relationship. The legendary host and father figure called Diddy out amid all the legal drama, making it clear he sees him as someone who used power, money, and fame to do damage. Fans who've been waiting years for Steve to speak on it were glued to every word. The timing of Steve's comments hit different because Diddy is currently facing serious allegations and legal battles that have the entire industry watching. Hearing Lori's stepfather finally address the old relationship and the alleged pain it caused felt like a long overdue reckoning for a lot of people. Steve framed it as a warning to young men that no amount of success protects you from consequences. Lori Harvey dated Diddy back in 2019 when she was 21 and he was nearly 50, and the relationship raised eyebrows from the jump. Steve stayed quiet publicly at the time, but his recent words show he was never okay with it. Calling Diddy sick and tying it directly to the hotel footage and abuse allegations made the moment even more powerful and more dangerous for Diddy's already crumbling image. The internet immediately started dragging up old photos of Steve, Lori, and Diddy together, reminding everyone that the family once welcomed him in. Steve's shift from silence to public condemnation shows how much the landscape has changed with all the new allegations coming out. It also put Lori in a complicated spotlight again, even though she's moved on and built her own brand. Steve Harvey's comments went viral instantly, with fans praising him for finally speaking up and others questioning why it took so long. Some pointed out the hypocrisy of Steve being friendly with Diddy back then, while now dragging him publicly. The debate only made the clip spread faster across every platform. Steve's willingness to use his platform to call out Diddy, even knowing it would spark backlash and old photos resurfacing, showed a protective father side that fans respected. In an era where powerful men often get protected, hearing a respected figure like Steve Harvey speak directly felt significant to a lot of viewers. The moment carried weight. Diddy's team has yet to respond directly to Steve's comments, but the damage to his public image continues to mount with every new voice that comes forward. Steve Harvey's words landed at a critical time and added fuel to an already raging fire. Whether it changes anything legally remains to be seen, but culturally, it's another crack in the armor. At the end of the day, Steve Harvey's decision to speak on Diddy hurting Lori Harvey felt like a father finally saying what needed to be said. Combined with Ray J's health scare and the lotto rumors swirling around, the entire segment was pure, impressive chaos. Emotional, messy, and impossible to look away from. The timeline is still recovering. Moving on to the next. Tyla finally addressed the moment head-on in a TikTok, trying to shut down the beef rumors by saying Rihanna was just super busy and that she never took it personally. But insiders are now spilling that Tyla was more disappointed than she let on publicly. After all, she's always praised Rihanna as one of her biggest inspirations, and getting iced out at the biggest fashion night of the year stung harder than she wanted to admit. The way she played it cool on camera only made fans respect her more while still side-eyeing Rihanna's alleged cold shoulder. What really sent the timeline into a frenzy was Rihanna dropping a Met Gala recap video and using Ira Starr's song instead of anything from Tyla. Fans saw it as a direct slap in the face. Rihanna basically promoting another rising African artist, while the girl who was supposedly snubbed got zero love. Tyla allegedly unfollowed Rihanna shortly after, and the Who's Dat Girl drama exploded across every platform as people accused Rihanna of playing favorites and ignoring the very artists she once inspired. Jason Lee jumped on SiriusXM and defended Rihanna hard, calling the whole thing overblown and saying Tyla had misplaced expectations at a chaotic event where everyone is busy. He insisted Rihanna isn't a mean girl, and that the internet ran wild with a simple, awkward moment. But even his defense couldn't stop the narrative. Too many people had already decided Rihanna moved shady, especially when she had time for other interactions that night. The clip itself is painful to watch on repeat. Tyla standing there, clearly hoping for a moment, only to be left hanging while Rihanna handles her business and keeps it moving. Tyla later laughed it off and said she played it cool, but the disappointment in her initial reaction spoke volumes. For a young artist who's been vocal about wanting to connect with her idols, this felt like a harsh reality check about how fame and hierarchy really work in this industry. Social media couldn't decide who to blame more. Some said Tyla was expecting too much from a superstar mom of 3 who's barely in the spotlight these days, while others said Rihanna could have at least acknowledged her with a quick smile or word, especially knowing how much she means to the next generation. The divide only made the story bigger, with think pieces and reaction videos popping up daily. Tyla's team has stayed relatively quiet since her TikTok clarification, but the unfollow speaks louder than any statement. In an industry where relationships and cosigns still move mountains, this alleged snub could have real ripple effects on how Tyla is perceived moving forward. Fans are already rallying behind her harder than ever, turning the moment into a "protect Tyla at all costs" movement. What makes this even messier is the timing. Tyla is in her prime with new music and global momentum, while Rihanna is selective about appearances and clearly focused on family and Fenty. The contrast between the hungry rising star and the untouchable icon created the perfect storm for drama, and the internet ate it up like it always does. Tyla has handled the entire situation with grace under fire, refusing to drag Rihanna publicly even when the internet was ready to burn everything down. That maturity might actually be her biggest win here. She came out looking classy while the rumor mill did the heavy lifting. Still, the awkwardness lingers, and fans will be watching every future interaction between these two like hawks. At the end of the day, this Met Gala moment exposed how fragile these celebrity family dynamics really are. One viral clip, one unfollow, and one Ira Star song later, and the whole world is questioning whether Rihanna intentionally iced out one of her biggest admirers. Tyla might say it's nothing, but the internet has already written the script, and it's messy. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss the latest celebrity news, entertainment updates, and trending stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.